Hello and welcome back to Shamanic Cacao, and we're going through the Suyana box. And today we're going to Bali. Now, I've never seen a Balinese cacao before, and it was these really lovely blocks of cacao, not like too hard, and I'm weighing out 60 grams for me and my partner. Enjoy the delicious chopping. And then putting it in not completely boiling water, so about like 90-ish degrees, and letting all of that cacao butter melt into the water as you see the foam slowly disappearing over the course of about 5 minutes. And when you see the glittering cacao butter on top, then we are ready. And look at how amazing and bubbly this cacao looks. I am so excited to try this. Ooh, lovely. Hello, I'm here with the Balian flow cacao from Suyana, and I've been drinking a bit of it so that I don't just sit here going I don't know what I'm talking about, and it's actually cooled down now, so it's drinkable in my crazy cat lady mug. So this cacao is actually delicious. Actually delicious. I was so surprised at just how chocolatey it is, which I know sounds weird for drinking cacao and chocolate, but actually this tastes like true dark chocolate. Like, when it was warm it was kind of fruity and slightly acidic, and as it's cooled down it's a lot calmer and gentle, but it's also quite uplifting, which is nice. And it's called flow cacao for a reason, because it helps you get into the flow. So rather than it being like an espresso like Peruvian cacao can be, it's a nice uplifting quality that feels like you're ready to like flow into the day rather than dive at high speed. Now, when I've been researching cacao, I've not seen any cacao from Bali, so this is really exciting to be able to get hold of this. And I was looking on their website to maybe get hold of some more, because I enjoy this so much. I might even journey with it. I've got a little bit more left in my bag, so I can try journeying on my own, have that full shamanic dose of 42 grams, and then sit with that and see how it tastes. But I think that this is great for a beginner because it tastes like chocolate, even more so than my satsuyaku. Like, I almost feel like I'm being converted by Suyana. But you can only buy it in 1 kilo, 5 kilos, I think maybe 10 kilos, 25 kilos, and then like 150 kilos. So I would have to be very sure on what I was about to do. Am I going to get cacao on my... Yes. Cacao on my face. So the Explorer box from Suyana cost me £75.49, including postage, and that's 4 different types of cacao in 250 gram bags, which is pretty decent. It means you get to try lots of different ones. You don't have to commit to either of them either. Whereas if I wanted to buy 1 kilo of this cacao, the flow cacao, it would cost me €47.60, and that's not including postage. So I'm probably looking at 50 quid, and the rest, probably more than £50. Let's say just under £60 for a kilo of flow cacao. That's quite a big commitment, I would say. I'd have to really like it, but I have got like satsuyaku Ecuadorian cacao from Ritual Cacao coming out of my ears. I would say it's a medium viscosity in between the Ecuadorian satsuyaku and Peruvian cacao. Is quite light and smooth to drink, watery, as I would like to have better words for. And the satsuyaku is quite thick and comforting. This has got like a fine grain texture to it, but is still very, very drinkable and not too thick and heavy. It'd be interesting if I do ramp up the dosage. I think this is 30 grams that I went for in here. So that's a little bit more than the 20 to 25 that I'd normally have. So I'm getting closer to what a ceremonial dose would feel like. And it still feels quite easy to drink. Not overly comforting, like the Satsuyaki can be quite comforting. It just has that uplifting quality to it. And it's quite sweet, you could say, but it's just very much like bitter dark chocolate without the really astringent bitterness. So what I found interesting is when I smelled the bag, I don't know if you're familiar with what cheap advent calendar chocolate smells like. Oh, actually no, it smells different now. So it smells quite fruity in the bag. Kind of really quite very fruity. But I wouldn't say that the fruitiness fully translates into a really fruity drink. I've got notes. I'm getting posh now. I did write acidic because I think at a certain temperature it can get a bit acidic, but then as it cools past it, it goes back into being quite mellow, and that it's a dark chocolate bitter but not too strong. It's gentle, like maybe slightly floral and nutty. I'd say more on like, yeah, no, floral and nutty evenly in the way that it has that nutty, not bitter quality. And the floral is kind of almost replacing the fruitiness because it's not quite so acidic. So it's a very calming and uplifting cacao, which is why it's that lovely flow into the day. I'd say it's almost like it would be really lovely to have before yoga maybe as well. And it feels like it could be a morning and evening cacao because it tastes so chocolatey. It doesn't need any spices or sugar or milk, but it would also probably be very much elevated by having a bit of milk added to it to lengthen the drink, especially if you're going to have 30 grams, because you still want to keep that really lovely chocolatey flavour. Like it has a bitter aftertaste, but it's a very calm bitterness. It's not a like horrible bittery bitterness. So if you couldn't tell, I'm very much a fan of this, and I reached out to Suyanna and I got an affiliate code for everyone which gives you 10% off their shop, which is very nice. And my code is shamanic.cacao, and I'll leave all of the fun stuff in the description so that you can, if you really like my review of this, I mean, I'm very much into it, then you can go and try some yourself. If you like this video, if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, ringing bells, leaving comments. Have you ever tried a cacao that is equally as chocolatey as how I describe this? Is there a cacao you would like me to try? I've got so many now to try, but if I've missed any, if there are any other kind of explorer boxes or multi-pack boxes that I've missed, please send them over to me because I'm really enjoying going on this adventure around the world. And I'm so surprised at how different the experience is per cacao. And this is the whole reason I wanted to do this for myself and then make it into a YouTube series as well, because cacao is so different from everywhere, and your experience of cacao for that first time can really be either make or break depending on where the cacao is grown and then whether you like it or not. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.